to drink. The capsule in the bottle, the damsel in a dress. You come to save me from distress. Stay the week, distract me from my problems. The war inside my head, make me forget I'm such a mess.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fantastic tour of Hanoi by motorbike. My name is Tao, and I with my friends will be your tour guide today. This is Hiếu, it's Chi, Hạnh, and Ha. So please ask any question at any time. And so here at the first stop of the tour.
Hi everyone, I'm Chi and now we are standing in the front of the gate of Hỏa Lò prisons, and now I will show you some information about the architectural overview of this place. Hỏa Lò prisons was built in 1896, that is 48 years later. The French colonialists invaded the South in 1858. This is considered the most solid regime prison in Indochina, built by the French colonialists to hold prisoners who were soldiers fighting against the colonial in many different forms. Unlike other large prisons such as Côn Đảo, Sơn La, or Montmartre prisons, which are isolated from residential areas, Hỏa Lò prison was built right in the center of Hanoi City, the capital of the real government. Next to it is the criminal court, the secret police department, forming a trio of chief boss to suppress the patriotic movements of Vietnamese people. Hỏa Lò prison, a special revolutionary relic of the capital Hanoi, is still the imprint of the war. So now I will talk to you a little bit of information about the opening time and ticket price to visit Hỏa Lò prisons. As you can see information here, Hỏa Lò prison is open to visitors from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day of the week, and including holidays. And in particular, this relic is also has a nice experience. You can see, and taking place from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays. And about the tickets to Hỏa Lò prison, you can see the tickets here. The tickets for one person to visit Hỏa Lò cost 30,000 Vietnam dong for one person, and maybe discount for 50% or free tickets for some special subjects. And finally, I would suggest to you means of transport to move to Hỏa Lò prisons. Hỏa Lò prison is located on Hỏa Lò Street and the central area of Hoàn Kiếm district near Hoàn Kiếm Lake and many other famous tourist attractions. So you can visit this place by private transport like motorbike or your car or your bike, or you can also use public means of transport such as by bus, by bike, or by taxi. Now let's explore the inside of Hỏa Lò prison.
My name is Hạnh and I will be your next tour guide. We are located at the Salim or Salil prison. As you can see from where we are standing here, inmates on the death rows reside in the Salim area. The Salim wards were used to house violent inmates and those serving lengthy sentences. The vertically stacked one-story structure in a detention center for males with letter D through P on it. The death cell area was built solidly separate from other cells, currently retained for four compartments where comrades Trường Trinh, Nguyễn Đức Cảnh, Trần Đăng Ninh, and Hoàng Văn Thụ were imprisoned. We are going inside the area where the death row inmates were kept. Look at here. In the cell, the prisoner was trained with both legs. He was only allowed to go out to the yard twice a day for 30 minutes to eat and clean the cell. When the prisoner returned to the cell, the warden again rummaged through his clothes and belongings to search. Every hour, the warden went out into the corridor or around the back of the camp to check. Living in the cell, the thin line between life and the death, the revolutionary will of communist soldiers still shines. They write books and documents to perpetuate the revolution, compose poetic works full of optimism and love for life, continue to develop the contribute to the cause of national liberation struggle.
Hello, I'm Ha. I'm tour guide today. City is a place you cannot miss when visiting Hỏa prison. It is a custard or the dungeon. The city is a hell of hell, specializing in detaining those who have deliberately opposed behavior or dangerous criminals. As the name suggests, this place is very dark and lacking in atmosphere and very cramped. Capture is a terrible nightmare for any prisoner, with torture, scream, brutal beating, inmates being detained, eating, sleeping, and cleaning on the spot. Most of the prisoners here, after a while, suffer from scabies, edema, and magnetis. According to the prisoner, no one could endure more than 10 days here. And also it has been renovated a lot. When standing here, many visitors still feel the atmosphere is suffocating. Torture and brutal repression are like that. But propaganda sessions of the party revolutionary ideology and movement still take place silently despite the beating of the prison guards.
Here we are at the exhibition area of the crime of the French colonialists. We invite you to visit the gallery of the colonial artifacts and tools. During its operation, Hỏa prison imprisoned and tortured many soldiers and revolutionaries, like they use torture devices very cruel. Among them is the guillotine machine, a tool that turned Hỏa prison into a hell on earth, which entered the top 10 of the scariest prisons in the world and the top 5 scariest destinations in Southeast Asia. It has taken the lives of many prisoners here. The guillotine is the most mentioned order in Hỏa Lao. Designed with two iron rods 4 meters high, with a blade held at the top by a pin, the bottom is designed with a narrow shelf for that row inmates to enter. In addition, the place also displays a lot of torture tools such as gloves, wires, and stops. Here
we are at the exhibitions in Hỏa Lò Prison. Hỏa Lò Prison also regularly organize activities and display works. This is one of the very interesting activities when coming here. With my tourists visiting can admire the works of art associated with this place. There is also a memorial to patriot soldier who died at the relic. With high artistic art, carved stone concave into the image of the prisoners. The memorial monument is considered one of the most monuments in Vietnam.
Hỏa Lò Prison is a place to prove the sacrifice, hardship, and fierce fighting spirit of patriotic revolutionary soldiers, and at the same time, a continuation of the cruel prison regime of the French colonialists. This is also a place to demonstrate the humanitarian policy of Vietnamese government toward American pilots when detained.
Are you hungry yet? Let's take a break at Miss Pen restaurant at 45 Dương Quảng Hào to try traditional Vietnamese food, named or we can call spring rolls.
Pie spring roll or spring roll in English, collectively known as spring roll, is a traditional dish in Vietnam. Name is one of the indispensable dishes on the tray on every holiday or New Year, whether traditional or modern. However, sometimes it also appears in the daily meal of each family. The inmate of the spring roll with lots of spicy and ingredients mixed together and meticulously wrapped has a symbolic meaning of love and harmony, bringing family members together.
So, to make this dish together, we have to prepare a lot of ingredients and require patience and care, as you can see here. So, there are many things in a name. They include very in traditional ingredients as miso pork, mushroom, wood air, very miso onions, chicken eggs, and kohlrabi. Besides, there are species such as pepper, salt, seasoning, and cooking oil.
As you can see here, after all the ingredients have been preliminarily processed or washed and chopped, then they will be mixed together with the spices Hiếu just mentioned above. Then let this mixture penetrate evenly and blend together.
Next, we will prepare bánh đa nem, or it means the outer layer of the roll. So, spread spring roll on the flat surface like plate or cutting board, and then put a little part of the spring roll in the middle, and then squeeze the two edges and roll. So repeat until you run out of the previous prepared ingredients. There are many ways to wrap spring rolls. Can be like triangle, cylindrical, and so on. But the way of cooling is the traditional and most popular way. And we will give you the illustrated video on the top of this video.
Now we go into the last step. We will fry spring rolls. Now we put the oil pan on the stove to boil. Put egg rolls of spring rolls in and fry them in the oil pan. And gently stir to cook evenly on all sides. And when the fried spring rolls turn a beautiful golden color, We will take them out and we will place them on a plate lined with greaseproof papers. And after that, we'll wait for the spring rolls to cool, and then we can cut them and put them on a plate to enjoy. The dish is often served with raw vegetable and dipped in sweet and sour fish sauce. You can see here. Name is side dish, so it can be served combined with many other foods. But today we will enjoy bún nem, and now let's try together.
We just experienced a traditional Vietnamese dish. So for the next 2 hours, we will show you about one of the most Vietnamese traditional customs, áo dài. Vietnamese national dress. The áo dài is one of the country's most striking symbols of the beauty. It's showing the national cultural identity of the Vietnamese people, chosen by many beauty representatives of Vietnam as the custom in many major programs and the festival. Wish to honor the value of áo dài as well as introduce the promotes Vietnamese cultural country and people, like the country from which is originated. The áo dài has undergone many transformations that have resulted in a different form. From children to adults, from men to women, everyone can wear áo dài with pride and pride. The Vietnamese áo dài is appreciated by young and old alike, and its elegant lines flatten both men and women. So here, we are standing at the Vietnamese Women Museum, which display a lot of áo dài. Let's go inside to visit.
Regarding the events that leads to the birth of the áo dài, let's travel with the time machine to the 18th century. The áo dài first appeared in Huế as a traditional Vietnamese dress during the period of the compulsory dress to wear in the court of the Nguyễn Lot's. About in history of áo dài, the 1930s, the dress was simplified by Vietnamese artist Lemuel Nguyễn Cát Tường into two parts. The front flap is extended to the ankle and the shape become more snug. This áo dài harmonizes the old and new and is suitable for Asian culture, so it's very important and has existed until now. The áo dài is designed with many different colors to suit the needs and purpose of use and is known and honored by all people.
Hello, I will introduce part of Vietnamese traditional áo dài has two flaps, front and back, and about knee length about requires classic collar about 4 to 5 centimeter high, about V shape, cut in front of the neck, and the body of the áo dài is sent to fit, hugging the wearer's body. At the waist is trimmed to highlight the slim waist of the woman. On the day of its birth, the áo dài have 5 buttons in 5 fixed positions that both keep the body neat and symbolize the 5 human virtues: benevolence, righteousness, virtue, wisdom, and faith. From the waist, the body of the áo dài is split into two sides. The split position is one both sides. Sleeves are measured from the shoulder, sent close to the arm, reaching past the width. Long clothes are sent to the heel, while pants often sent with soft, loose fabric with two common colors,
black and white. Besides outside for women, we also have outside for men, as you can see. However, outside for men just often appear on some such special occasions such as state holiday or wedding and so on.
So about the value of outside in Vietnam, cultural outside has overcome all challenges and innovation to become the national dress of Vietnamese people, a symbol of Vietnamese women as well as the pride of the Vietnamese. It could be said that outside is such the national soul of the escaped countries. The outside is symbol to show the national pride of Vietnamese people. Additionally, outside leaves a long-lasting impression and excitement on anyone coming and visiting.
Currently, the Vietnamese Women Museum also opening an exhibition that introducing the Australian culture. The exhibition runs from the 28th of April to the 21st of May from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let's all enjoy together. That's also our last stop of Hanoi tour. Thanks for coming and hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.